Welcome to Walking Word Podcast. I'm Jason, and today I want to talk to you about 3 things that I wish I would have known before I started ministry 20 plus years ago. And the first one is that burnout is very, very, very real. You think because you're young and because you are excited for the Lord and His people that burnout can't happen to you because you can go and go and go. And it does. And it may take a while, but if you don't let yourself rest, if you don't have seasons of rest, it's going to be very hard to keep that going. The other thing too is you got to be real careful with that you're not now removing God's direction from what you're ministering, because you've now decided for yourself you're going to go, 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 instead of listening when the Lord says, say no. And that comes to my second point. You can say no. When you're early on, you're always wanting to be involved. You're always wanting to be able to be a part of something, and you're wanting to learn, and you're hungry, and you're saying yes to every opportunity that they present to you. But here's the thing. Saying no does a couple of things. It goes back to the first point where you can actually have seasons of rest where you're being poured into instead of constantly being poured out. But the other thing too is that when you can say no, it gives room for others to exercise their gifts and to use their giftings. I'll give you one example from my own church. So I had been doing the music for years and years and years, playing and singing and all that stuff. And well, at the time I was only playing, but I'd just gotten so burned out with it. But more than anything, there was some other areas of ministry that I wanted to pursue. And I couldn't because I was on the platform. And so I struggled with this, and I went to the Lord about it, and He said, it's okay. I've got it covered. And I thought it was so odd because we're a very small church and every part is needed and we're all playing multiple roles. And I prayed some more about it, and I kept getting, it's okay. I've got it covered. And so I just finally, okay. So I go talk to my pastor and I tell him, hey, I just have this need to get some rest from this one area. I want to pursue this other area in ministry. It was still within the church, but it was just a different aspect of the church. And so he said, oh, okay, well, that works out because we've got 3 people coming in starting next week. All 3 of them play guitar, 2 of them sing. It's fine. We've got it. And they actually came in with a different skill set than I had. So it worked out really good. And eventually I did go back onto the praise team, but it's one of those examples where if I hadn't stepped down, it would have been too much. There would have been no need for them to come in. But instead, by allowing myself that rest, by saying no, I allowed them to come in fully and just, hit the ground running. So saying no, very, very, very important. The last one of the 3 I would think would be is that ministry is the most heartbreaking thing you're going to do. And the reason why I say that is because you inevitably are going to invest and invest and invest. And it's time, sometimes it's money, it's energy, it's time away from your family. It's the kingdom purpose being lived out in you. And then those same people that you have poured out into and given money to and let sleep at your house and bailed them out, all those things, those people leave. And it could be for a number of reasons, but a lot of times it's because this modern term church hurt, because something happened in their life and now the church doesn't provide exactly what they need. And to be in ministry and hear that is gut-wrenching, especially when you're young and you're starting out. It is a heartbreaking ministry doing it at all. But it is especially heartbreaking whenever you're heavily involved and you see people come in and out and in and out, and people that make promises to you and then don't keep them, and then you've got to make up for the slack of people not being there and all these things. People come and go. And the main thing is when they're with you, you have to treat it like you're discipling them, like you're loving on them, teaching them the proper doctrines, all that stuff, knowing that one day they may go away. Or maybe they'll be with you in ministry for the rest of your life. Who knows? But you don't treat them any differently. You pour into them just as much as if they were staying for life and you knew it. It's so important that we do that. Even in the heartbreak of it all, we still have to approach it like that. So hopefully this is helpful and encouraging in a way of saying, okay, well, I think I kind of need to balance that if I'm being called. And also, if you want to see any other episodes or maybe longer versions of audio only, I have a Spotify Walking Word podcast. It's on iTunes, Amazon, and Spotify. And I appreciate you guys for listening. Y'all have a good one. God bless.